Hey everyone, I'm coming to you again from the Immigration Lawyers Annual Conference. We're down here in San Diego this year. And I wanted to share some of the things I have learned. And today I wanted to share some information about visa numbers. But quickly, to backtrack, to explain how visa numbers work in the US. And this is for those interested in green cards. What the US does is allot a certain number of green card visas or immigrant visas um, that can be used every year. It's kind of a supply and demand system, and there are caps per country on the number of visas that can be issued because the theory is you don't want a few countries to get the majority of all the immigrant visas or the green card visas. Um, so if you are interested in a green card or you're in the process and you are getting your green card based on employment, you really do need to familiarize yourself with this Visa Bulletin. But in short, Congress sets certain number of immigrant visas for family based. I think it's about 226,000, and then a certain number of immigrant visa for employment based, which I believe is around 140,000. And it's every fiscal year. And these visas are divided into different preference categories, right? If you're employment based, the visas that are allotted for employment based are divided between EB1, EB2, and so on. And as I mentioned, there are per country caps. When you take all this into account, there are a lot of moving parts, a lot restrictions, and if you are employment based from India, there aren't a number, just in general, lesser number of visas allotted to you. And then if you're from one of the countries that has a substantial number of applicants for the visas, you're going to be you're going to be in a long processing line, because, like as I mentioned, there's not only a cap for number of visas that are issued based on employment. There's also a cap on the number of visas issued per country based on birth. Okay, so that was just a quick rundown, and the reason I wanted to give you that quick Visa Bulletin explanation is because there is hope for those in the employment based categories. So as I mentioned, there's a whole like bucket of visas that the U.S. has. They allot most of them to family based green card applicants, and then a lesser number to employment based. But the tip or the key is that if family based visas are not used by that year, they spill over into employment based. It obviously doesn't happen very often, but um, it's going to happen. It's going to happen this year. There's going to be a spillover because um, of the travel ban, right? Travel restrictions on those countries, the mandated travel ban from about I believe it was 39 countries. So because those immigrant visas are not going to be issued because those applicants cannot come into the country. They're banned for right now with the travel ban, and then some of them are like held up indefinitely with all the travel restrictions. those family-based visa numbers are going to spill over into the employment-based visa numbers. That will happen next year, but it is good news because that will create movement in the employment-based visa categories, and hopefully, it will, the dates will move significantly. It will improve the backlog, and you may find that date your priority date, which is a whole other discussion that I think I've done various videos about. But anyway, hopefully your priority date will become current. A lot of information. There's a lot more coming as well. I'm trying to pick a few topics to talk about in these videos. So stay tuned for more.